Give me 1 second here. Okay, gotta go live. I'll be having to go live on other platforms and shit like that. So you gotta give me a few seconds to get everything set up. And then, for whatever reason, my Facebook goes live, but it goes live with just my local people. And I wanted to be public because I want many people as possible to see this broadcast because my Facebook friends suck. No, I'm just playing, but they do suck. They don't support. But anyway, let's get better. I don't complain. I try not to complain because it's whatever. So anyway, it is Saturday night, and a lot of people went out or are going out tonight, and a lot of people are going out tonight. But this is just something to tap into before you go out. I might do some music one of these times. I might after this. I might fuck around and do some like music for people who going out or whatever. So I need to stop this because vaping is bad. I know that, but we gotta do stuff that's bad for us. You know, we gotta try to change our things and do something different. I used to try to be on the right path, but nigga, life is stressful. I'm not even gonna lie, life is stressful, and depression and stuff like that is something that I've learned to try to get over and deal with. But a lot of people go through depression. We're gonna talk about that. But you gotta try to find love within yourself, and you gotta try to do things to make yourself feel better, and just get out and meet people and stuff like that. And I think that helps out a lot. And one thing that I figured out was like eating meat really like may cause depression. Like I really, I'm less stressful. I'm in a better mood now just from not eating meat. So that's good. And I'm doing a smoothie tonight. That's gonna be a part of my after hour snack, and it's good. It's filling me up, so I'm not hungry. I'm not looking for food. So that's a good thing. So okay, so the topic tonight is what leads people to cheat, and this is a podcast that can help people out. So you may want to share it with people. Some people learn. Black folks, and in particular, don't talk about these type of topics. That's why I'm addressing them because we need to learn from each other. And if you have any questions, make sure you share them because something that you say may help somebody else who's going through a difficult time being cheated on. Because people cheat. This is a cheating. This is a side piece world that we live in right now. You know what I'm saying? So people cheat, and we need to know why it is that people cheat. You may have been cheated on. So we need to figure out what is going on. And just so you guys know, make sure you share and like this. We are on Facebook. We're on YouTube. We're on Instagram. So we're on a few different platforms. TikTok is one of the platforms we're going to be on here in a second, but I'm not on right now. But it will be chopped up and put on TikTok. So let's get started, y'all. Okay, so what leads people to cheat? That's the question. And you know what? I need to start putting the topics up here. I ain't gonna try to do that. I'm gonna try to do that. So here we go. So what makes people cheat? And we're gonna say number one. Especially till people get here, we're gonna say number one is rushed marriage. Rushed marriages. I hope I spelled this right. I think I did. Okay. So number one thing that make people cheat is rushed marriages. I think I may have spelled that. I may have misspelled that. But you understand what I'm talking about. People are gonna cheat because they got the marriage in a hurry, and a lot of people are getting married for a social society. So a lot of people are getting married for society, for their parents because they had a baby together. That's one big thing, y'all. We gotta stop trying to be married and go having a baby together. That doesn't make us compatible. That doesn't make us want to spend the rest of our life together, that doesn't make us fucking buddies. So just because you had a baby with somebody doesn't mean that should be that's your wife. I mean, or even wife material. Just because they had a baby together, or just because be called husband and wife. Some people get married just because they want to be called husband and wife, and the rush into marriage or getting married for the wrong reasons may lead to struggle to be faithful, as you are married to a stranger. See what I'm saying? You're married to a stranger or someone you don't connect with. A connection can be worked on if you both are willing. So if you both are willing to make a connection, it can be worked on. But if one person is like, no, you know what, I'm not gonna, you may be turning your wheels trying to make a connection, and they might not be ready to make the connection or want to make it with you. Emotional neglect. That's one of the biggest things. If you are in a marriage, you have to be ready to be emotionally attached to this person. Like when she comes home from work and talks about how the day was, you have to be willing to listen. Because if you don't listen, somebody else will listen. That's something you need to know. Whatever you're not willing to do, someone else will be willing to do. So, emotional neglect. We're gonna say number 2 is emotional neglect. I don't know if I'm gonna type all these out, but I'm gonna try to type some of them out. Emotional neglect. So, if any of these don't make sense to you, let me know. And emotional neglect. So emotional neglect is the key component to relationships, marriage, and companionship. If you don't attend to your partner's emotional needs, what I just said, you have to be willing to listen to some of the bullshit that they have to say. Someone else who values your partner more will be willing to do so. I just said that. Most affairs start as an emotional bond. Third shift workers cultivate emotional intimacy between you and 2. Communicate warmly and often. Don't push your partner away. Create no vacuum. And the other thing that can hurt or cause a person to want to cheat. Ooh, snap. Okay, we didn't do that right. 3 is old habits. So old habits are hard to die. So old habits are hard to break. If during your singlehood or younger years or in your past relationships you used to be casual about sex and you don't deal with your past, you would do the same in your marriage. Take stock of your habits. Leave behind dangerous habits. So if you're one of the ones that's not willing to have a sexual bond because you didn't have casual sex when you were single, you're married now, so you might need to step it up. So the other one, and I forgot that I could put these up here. So we're gonna put these up here, and one of the things that would be bad company. So bad company could be something that could cause a person to want to cheat. So we're gonna put that up here. Bad company. If anybody have any disagreements with any of these, tell me. The wrong friends will incite you to be unfaithful and even cover up for you because most likely they are also having affairs. Surround yourself with friends who will keep you accountable. Okay? So sexual frustration would be the other one. So number 5, I'll put it up here, sexual frustration. When your sexual needs are not met, then they may go and find it from someone else. So you want to make sure that you are giving your all to that person sexually. Because withholding your sexual desires may cause that person to step outside of the marriage or relationship. So you want to definitely keep that in mind. So the other thing is, I'm just gonna go through a few more of these. Is your working environment? You have to look at that as well. Your working environment. And I'm gonna say why that would hinder a relationship. Why do you think a working environment would fuck up a relationship? Why do you think that? If I spell the wrong, forgive me. I'm kind of trying to do it fast. But for many, the current work environment is not pro-family. Remember when I said that? Do you remember when I said that? I'm going to say that again. For many, the current working environment is not pro-family. You spend 5 or sometimes 6 days a week at work. Early morning to evening. Spending more time with colleagues who sometimes were seductive or flirt a lot as you give your spouse and children that exhausted you. This is why a lot of affairs happen at work. I'm trying to tell y'all something. Whether anybody watch this or not, these are facts. People don't want to hear the facts. I get that. But sooner or later, some of this shit can help you out in make sure you don't go through a world of hurt. Because you're thinking your wife is doing third shift. It's cool. Because you get to talk to her during lunch, break, whatever. Somebody else is spending a lot more time than that talking to her. So I'm just letting you know, especially if she's fine. You got to ask. Man, I'm trying to tell you, listen. If she's not getting the attention from you at home, she can get it at work. The one who spent more time with you and create a bond with you. Be deliberate about spending time with your spouse. Come home early. Let your spouse know your close colleagues. Take a shower immediately when you come home to give your spouse a fresh you. One of the things that really hurt, I'm going to put this in capital letters, lust. And we all know how that can hurt a relationship. So we're going to put here lust. In when you have fun, it's say with that, like even though somebody might seem like they fine, like they see them like damn, they got an ass. If you love your wife or you know what I'm saying, you're not gonna want to cheat with that person. You're gonna want to make sure that you stay faithful to your wife because you're not just thinking about you and how one night with her would be. You thinking how that will hurt your wife and your family and your marriage and stuff like that. So and I'm gonna wrap it up there. I'm gonna continue on. If you guys want to hear more about this, let me know. But that's one thing that people really have to focus on when they thinking about cheating or sleeping around. You have to think, how's that gonna affect if my wife find out? How's that gonna affect her? How's that gonna affect my kids or if my husband find out? How's that gonna affect you know what I'm saying, for women, how's that gonna affect him? How's that gonna affect my kids? How they gonna look at me? Is that going to destroy my marriage? You got to think about those things. Keep those things forefront because a one night stand is a one night stand. Your marriage is supposed to be forever. So think about those things, and I'm going to leave you with that. Nobody responded, but we could hopefully go check TikTok, so it's definitely going to go to good use. And with that being said, we're going to get out of here. Thank you for watching. My name is Johnny, and we out.